Hey YouTube, this is Woody170196 with a deck profile of a deck I'm having a lot of fun playing at the moment, and I'm probably going to build them since they are pretty cheap, and that is Gem Knights. Now, I'm just going to go through the deck. Gem Knights are basically pretty much elemental heroes but gems. This is what we have at the moment to our disposal in like the UK, and this is what I'm actually going to build. It's been testing very well, and let's get into the deck. So you got 3 Gem Knight Garnet. These are the 1900 beat stick. They're a normal monster, Pyro, Earth attribute, and you use him to get out Gem Knight Ruby, who takes Gem Knight Garnet and one other Gem Knight monster, can be any other Gem Knight. And his effect is once per turn I contribute 1 face-up gem monster, and this card gains attack equal to the attributed monster's attack on the field until the end phase. And also Gem Knight Ruby has piercing, so he's the best. He's the one you'll probably want to go into most, but he's very useful when combined with Gem Knight Aquamarine. Gem Knight Aquamarine takes Gem Knight Sapphire and any Gem Knight monster. Basically, if it attacks, it's changed to defense, so it's like a little wing guard, if anyone remembers that card. But its best effect is when it's sent from the field to the grave, target 1 card your opponent controls and return that target to the hand. Basically, use Ruby's effect, tribute Aquamarine, that will put Ruby at 3,900, and then you get Aquamarine's effect to bounce their. Say they've got a set spell or trap and you're worried it might be something like Mirror Force or Deep Prison, just bounce that and then proceed to just spam out your fusions. So yeah, and in regards to the Sapphires, I run 3 Gem Knight Sapphire. It's Aqua, Earth, level 4, 0 attack, 2,100 defense, which is very good because then blocks Thunder Kings, it blocks Cyber Dragons. So yeah, they have to get a pretty high level monster out to kill Gem Knight Sapphire. As I said, I run 3 of those, and Gem Knight Tourmaline. He's okay. He's got 1,600 attack, 1,800 defense. He's Thunder, level 4 Earth. All the monsters are Earth, so. And he brings out Gem Knight Topaz, which requires Gem Knight Tourmaline plus any other Gem Knight. Its effect is it can attack twice during each battle phase, which is very good. If the field is clear, which normally I'll go for Topazes once I get the Ruby out. And its other effect is whenever it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, sends it to the grave, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of the destroyed monster in the graveyard. So if your opponent's monster had an attack boost, he's only gonna take the damage of the original attack of the monster. Gem Knight Topaz is okay. He's only got 1,800 attack and 1,800 defense, but he's definitely worth running. Well, he's the only Gem Knight fusions we've got at the moment, so yeah. But what I mean is, when more Gem Knights come out, he'll probably still have a place in my extra deck. Then we have 3 Gem Armadillo. Basically, you summon it, you can get any Gem Knight monster from your deck to your hand, which is fantastic. it's Elemental Stratos, but for gems, and minus the spell and trap removal. Armadillo has 1700 attack, 500 defense, and is a very good card to open with because you summon him, search, I don't know, Garnet or something if you're going to go for a Ruby. Yeah, what more to say, is just search are very good. 3 Gem Knight Alexandrite. He's very good. You contribute him, special summon 1 Gem Knight normal monster from my deck, so I can get any of these guys for the fusions that I want to do. And he also, this just happened to me in a game actually. Played Gem Knight Fusion first turn, and they solemned it. So I just summoned Gem Armadillo, searched the Alexandrite, and then next turn use Alexandrite's effects, get the Gem Knight Fusion back, and then proceed from there. And I think I actually OTK'd the person, which I don't like doing OTKs, but yeah, just saying this deck does have OTK potential. And its attack is 1800, defense 1200. Yeah, he's very good. I only run 2 gem merchants at the moment because we don't have the Gemini gems. Yeah, basically Gem Merchant's effect is during a damage step, drop it, and then your normal Earth monster, which is any of these, but basically the only targets I use it on is Garnet and Tourmaline. Yeah, the Merchant gives them 1000 extra attack and defense into the end phase. Sometimes using it on Sapphire if I have literally a crap field and they're about to run over it with something, so that the Sapphire can just keep around for another turn. Yeah, only 2. Probably bump it up to 3 when we get the Gemini gems, because then obviously the Gemini gems count as normal monsters when they're on the field. 2 Gem Turtles. It's a flip effect, and I can, when it's flipped, add a Gem Knight Fusion from deck to hand, which is very important. If you don't open up with a Gem Knight Fusion, it's going to be tough, but it's not normally too tough for me. Depends how bad the opening hand is, I suppose. Yeah, Gem Turtle, level 4, 0 attack, 2000 defense, very good. He's also good for setting first turn, just like Sapphire is, his defense. And now, onto the spells and traps, so that's 19 monsters. Burial from a different dimension. You know what this does, like 3 monster cards that have been removed from play return into the grave. The reason I run this is because of the Gem Knight Fusion, because the Gem Knight Fusion requires you to remove a Gem Knight from play to get this card back out from the graveyard to hand, which is a very, very good effect, but it's just a little bit costly with the remove, so I run the Burial just to help out with that. And then we have 3 Dark Factory Mass Production. Select 2 normal monsters from your graveyard, add them to your hand. Very useful if this is like a late game draw and you've got Gem Knight Fusion in the grave. Just play that, get your 2 normals back, remove another Gem Knight for the fusion, and then go into whatever fusion you need. Dark Isle staple, you know what that does. Gem Knight Fusion, basically polymerization. I'm going to call it polymerization on crack, because you can just get it back whenever you need to. Heavy Storm, staple. Monster Reborn, staple. Mystical Space Typhoon, staple. Only 1, because I literally just dropped the other one for a Pot of Avarice, because this deck does tend to use up its monsters and fusion monsters very fast. So you do need to recycle, it's important, so that's why I run a Pot of Avarice. And then tech, basically 3 swing of memories. Basically it's very, very good. It's going to be better when the Gemini heroes come out, because you can special summon a normal monster from your grave, and obviously Gemini gems are normal when they're in the grave. However, the drawback with this is it's destroyed during the end phase, but normally it won't be a problem, because you'll just go Swing of Memories, Gem Knight Fusion, or Swing of Memories, and onto my next card, 3 White Elephant's Gift. Send 1 face-up non-effect monster you control to the graveyard to draw 2 cards. Very, very good card. I prefer it over Common Charity, because Common Charity is a trap. You have to set that, and the cost is to remove from play a normal monster, which you don't normally want to be doing unless it's for the Gem Knight Fusion to come back. So yeah, White Elephant's Gift and Swing of Memories is a really good combo, and it just helps replenish the hand. And then only 3 traps, because I would like to run more, but the deck seems to be going fine. Staple, Solemn Judgment, and 2 Solemn Warning. I say staple, but I don't know if I really like them in the deck. I'd probably keep the Solemn Judgment, because it does save me from a Mirror Force or a Dark Hole, because this deck I can spam really quick. But I'm thinking of just dropping the Solemns, because most of the time they get MST'd. So I might just drop a Solemn for that extra MST, because I like back row removal. And then probably drop Solemn Warning for a Starlight Rogue or something, and then run a Stardust Dragon in the extra deck. Might be worth a shout. And then, so yeah, 3 traps, 18 spells, 19 monsters, 40 card deck in total. I'll just go through the fusions again. 3 Aquamarines, it's got 1400 attack, 2600 defense. Good to sit behind if you haven't got a decent hand. Obviously, I've already explained, it needs Sapphire and another Gem Knight. And if it attacks, change to defense, and when it's into the grave, bounce a card your opponent controls. 3 Gem Knight Rubies, takes Gem Knight Garnet and any other Gem Knight monster. Once per turn, tribute Gem monster, and this card gains attack equal to tributed monsters. So he's very good. And he also does piercing damage, and he's already on. His attack is on 2500, and his defense is 1300, so his defense isn't the best. But yeah, you're not going to summon him for defense. It's more of a card obviously you're going to summon to do damage. 3 Gem Knight Topaz, Gem Knight Tourmaline, and Gem Knight Monster. He can attack twice in the battle phase, and when it destroys an opponent's monster, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the destroyed monster's attack. Basically, a weaker version of Elemental Hero Shining Flare, but this guy can attack twice. And then 3 Utopia, just because it's a level 4, rank 4 Exceed, and obviously level 4s are all around apart from the 2 Gem Merchants. So yeah, he's very easy to get into. You know what he does, detaching material and negate the attack. And that was my Gem Knight deck. Remember please people, even though this deck's on Dueling Network, this is a deck that's going to be played with the cards we currently have out, and we don't have that many Gem Knights out at the moment. So yeah, this has been Woody170196 with his Gem Knight deck. Peace out, you.